Hey you guys, what's up? It's Chad. Uh, Happy Wednesday, hump day. Hope everything is going well out there. Just wanted to take a quick look at the market here today. So we're getting towards the end of July. And what does that mean for us? Taking a look at our trusty Stock Traders Almanac, it tells us that July can actually be somewhat of a barometer for the rest of the year. So let's see. Here we have July starting about here. And you see that July has had a pretty good run here. We've done pretty well in July. So what does that mean? So July tends to be similar to January as far as being a barometer for the rest of the year. So out of the third and fourth quarter, July is the most important month. So if July does well, it really bodes well for the rest of the year. And so far, we've done really well. We are at all-time highs on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial. So that's amazing. So now let's take a look at something else, the presidential cycle. So the presidential cycle is really important. As many of you know, the stock market tends to do well in election years. Statistically, according to the Stock Traders Almanac, it's been positive 8 out of 16 years, which is only half of the time. However, if you look at the last 7 months of election years, we have had losses in only 2 out of 7 occurrences since 1950. So that's pretty good. So that bodes well for the rest of the year as well. However, what I want you to know is that the 8th year of a presidential term is much different from other years in the presidential election cycle. In general, the 8th year of a presidential cycle is bad. So we've had this occur six times, and it's only been positive once. We have had a positive year in the stock market only once out of 6 times that we've had an 8th year presidential cycle. So that's pretty bad. We've had declines of up to 14% in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 in 8th year presidential cycles, which is this year. So that doesn't bode well. However, there are always exceptions. So 1988 was positive after Reagan's terms. Maybe this time after Obama we'll have a positive year as well. So far it's looking pretty good. So if we balance out the July effect, the presidential election year effect, with the 8th year of a presidential election cycle, perhaps they'll even out. We'll have to see. But for now, July seems to be going well. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the month. All right. Have a great week.